Today in this video we will start with chapter 3, coordinate geometry. In previous chapters we have learnt to plot real numbers, both rational as well as irrational numbers on number line, which we call as real number line. In this chapter we will learn to locate a point in a plane with respect to two mutually perpendicular lines. The system in which we describe the position of a point in a plane is called Cartesian system, and the system was developed by great French mathematician René Descartes in his book La Géométrie in the year 1637. In his honor only, the system of locating the position of a point in a plane is named as Cartesian system. Descartes invented the idea of placing two perpendicular lines in a plane, and he got this idea from latitudes and longitudes. Students, we all know every location on earth is defined using latitude and longitude. Now in this system, what we do, suppose this is a plane, this sheet of paper is a plane. So with the help of two mutually perpendicular lines, if these are these are perpendicular lines, mutually perpendicular, they both are perpendicular to each other, the position of any point, suppose P, can be described using these two frames of references. Right? Now how did he do it? The René Descartes, how did he do it? He thought of number line. We all are familiar with number line. So he thought of these perpendicular lines to be number lines only. So what he did, he made two number lines intersect, and he made them intersect at 0. Right? Because 0 is the midpoint of the number line. Towards the left side of the 0 we have negative numbers, and towards the right side of the 0 of the number line we have positive numbers. So this point is 0, this is positive, this is negative, that is we all know, and -1, this is how we represent our number line, -5, and so on. And here we have positive. So what he did, he made two number lines intersect. The horizontal line, this is the horizontal line, this horizontal line he called as x-axis. X-axis, the name given to this is x-axis. If I denote this x dash, O, and this is x, the point of intersection of the two x's, we denote, they meet at 0 and we denote it O as O. Y, O, Y dash. This is vertical line, and we call this vertical line as y-axis. So positive on the upper side of this vertical line and negatives on the lower side. And so on. Right? So we have this vertical line is y-axis, this is positive, upper side, lower side is negative, horizontal line is called x-axis, and these two x's, they meet at the point 0, which we call origin. This point is called origin. Right? So how do we describe the position of a point using this Cartesian system? This is called Cartesian plane. How do we describe the position of any point? Suppose the point is here, this point P. We describe the position of any point using two coordinates. One will be x coordinate and the other is y coordinate. And as a rule, we always write x coordinate first and then the y coordinate. Now the x coordinate is also called as abscissa. A-B-S-C-I-S-S-A. Abscissa. Y coordinate is also named as ordinate. O-R-D-I-N-A-T-E. Ordinate. Position of any point in a plane is always written in parenthesis in an ordered pair, where the first letter denotes the x coordinate and the second letter denotes the y coordinate. Now let us read the coordinates of this point P. what is the x coordinate for this point? What is the x coordinate? X coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is, on the y-axis, the y coordinate is 2. So this point has the coordinates 4 and 2. Now how do we get it actually, these coordinates? Actually, if we drop perpendiculars to both the x's, see, if I drop a perpendicular to x-axis, right, I drop a perpendicular to x-axis. Now this is the perpendicular distance of the point P from x-axis, this distance. And what is this distance? This distance is 2 units. So this distance 2 units. And this is the y coordinate because this distance is measured along y-axis. Now, what is this? This is the perpendicular distance of the point P from y-axis, and this distance is 4. This is 4 units. This is measured along x-axis. So this is the x coordinate 4. So x coordinate of a point is the distance of the point from y-axis, perpendicular distance from y-axis. And the y coordinate of a point is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. Always remember, the x coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y-axis and y coordinate is the perpendicular distance from x-axis. But in order to read the coordinates of the point, you can simply keep in mind, suppose if this is the A point, the coordinates of A I want to read. So you can simply keep in mind, first I go to the x-axis and read the corresponding -2 value. Now the y-axis, the corresponding is 1. So the coordinates of this is -2 and 1. Suppose I need to read the coordinates of this point here. So if I draw perpendiculars to both the x's, I can read here, let's label this point as B, the coordinates, x coordinate on the x-axis. What is the x coordinate? 5. The y coordinate here is -5. Right, children? Now let us have some other point. Let's see this point. Let's call this point C. The coordinates of C will be, if I draw perpendiculars here, see, what is the x coordinate? -3 and the y coordinate is -2. So the coordinates of C is -3 and 2. We always write the x coordinate first and y coordinate later. Always remember, the x coordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from y-axis and y coordinate is the perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis. Now, if I have to read the coordinates of this particular point, let's call this point as D for Delhi. How do I read? This point, what is the x coordinate? 6 and y 0. So the coordinates of this point are 6 and 0. Let's read the coordinates of this point. Let's call this M. Here there is no x. The perpendicular distance of this point from x-axis is 5 units. See, this distance from x-axis, the y is 5. And this point lies itself on y-axis. X coordinate is the perpendicular distance from y-axis and the point is on y-axis. The distance is 0. So we have here 0. There is no x coordinate here. Fine. Now observe another thing. These two x's, they divide the plane in 4 parts. Can we see these 4 parts? The coordinate, these x's divide the plane in 4 parts. Each part is called a quadrant. Each part is called a quadrant. Let's visualize it through another. Let us visualize it through another. I am taking another page and drawing the coordinate axis again. See here the coordinate axis. We have, this is x dash, O, this is x and this is x axis. The vertical line y, O, y dash and this is y axis. Now these two x's, they divide this plane of the paper in 4 parts. Right? Each part is called a quadrant. Each part is called a quadrant. And we label these quadrant as 1, 2, 3, 4. But how do we call which one is 1? This is 1, 2, 3 and this is 4. We label in anti-clockwise direction. Now children, always remember on x-axis, this side we have positive, this is positive, and the left side we have negative. Y-axis, the upper side we have positive and the lower side we have negative. Right? So, in what will be the points, what will be the sign of the points? See, if I have a point whose x is negative and whose y is positive, x coordinate negative and y coordinate positive, where will that point lie? In which quadrant will that point lie? We have x coordinate negative, that means the point will lie on the left side, and the y coordinate is positive, that means the point will lie on upper side. So the point will lie in the second quadrant. Let us visualize one by one. See, in quadrant 1, what do we have? Quadrant 1, where does it lie? It lies on the right hand side and upper right. So I can keep in my mind that this is the upper right quadrant, quadrant 1. Quadrant 2, left hand side and upper. So I can call this upper left, right? And this quadrant 3 is lower quadrant, lower, and it is in the left hand side. So this is lower left and this is my lower right. Now on the right hand side, x is always positive. So here we will have in the first quadrant x positive, and on the upper side y is always positive. So we have y positive. So in the first quadrant, which is upper right, upper means y positive, right means x positive. So x and y both are positive. So in this first quadrant, all the points whose x coordinate and y coordinate both are positive will lie. Second quadrant is where upper side, that means y is positive, and the low and left may we have x negative. So x coordinate in the second quadrant, x coordinate of a point is negative and y is positive. In third quadrant, what do we have? Third quadrant is lower left, lower y negative, and left x also negative. So in third quadrant, the sign of x and y, both the coordinates, will be negative. Fourth quadrant, we have that is lower right. So lower means y negative, right means x positive. So we have this. Now suppose I need to think of how do we visualize. This helps you to visualize without actually plotting the point. Suppose I need to think of where does the point 2 minus 3 lie. Now what is x? 2 positive, that means the right side. Y is negative, that means the lower side. So lower right, that means fourth quadrant. Right children? Let us take another example. Let's see minus 1 and minus 3. X negative, left hand side. Y negative, lower side. So minus 1, minus 3 will lie in the third quadrant. Let's take another example. 1 and 5. X positive, right hand side. Y positive, upper side. So upper right is first quadrant. So that will lie in the first quadrant. Let's say another one. See here, you can see also we discussed just right now 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Right? First quadrant only. Let's visualize another point. Suppose minus 3 and 4. Minus 3 and 4. So if we visualize it, where does it lie? Minus 3. Minus 3. X is negative, that means left side. Y is positive, that means upper. So we're talking about upper left, and upper left we have the second quadrant. Let's see minus 2 and 3. Yes, this point belongs to the second quadrant only. Understood children? Now let us recapitulate. Okay, before that, let us see where does the point 2, 0 lie. 2, 0. This is the point 2, 0. This lie on x-axis. Let's see where does the point minus 3, 0 lie. Minus 3, 0. Again minus 3, x is minus 3 and y 0. This also lies on x-axis. Let's see where does the point 0 minus 3 lie. x0, that means the point is on y-axis. Y is minus 3, so this is the point 0 minus 3. It lies on y-axis. Right? Now, let me recapitulate whatever we have studied in this introduction part till now. We studied in the introduction part that in a Cartesian system, horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. The point where the two axes meet is called origin and is denoted by O, and the coordinates of O are 0 and 0. The perpendicular distance of a point from y-axis is measured along x-axis and is called the x-coordinate. X-coordinate is always the perpendicular distance of a point from y-axis, and y-coordinate is always the perpendicular distance of a point from x-axis. In writing or stating the coordinates of a point in a coordinate plane, we write the points in the ordered pair. We write the x-coordinate first and y-coordinate later and enclose them in the parenthesis. Right? Next we discussed the order of x and y is very important. X is always first x-coordinate and y-coordinate is always the second one. If suppose y it is important, suppose x is not equal to y, in that case the point 2, 3 and the point, if x is 2 and y is 3, we have the point 2, 3, and if I write y first, the point will become 3, 2, and 2, 3 and 3, 2 are not same points. They will be two different points. So these are not equal. That is why this is very important, the order. You need to always write x coordinate first and y coordinate later. But in case x is equal to y, in those cases, suppose 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then doesn't matter. The coordinates of a point on x-axis, they are of the form x comma 0, because on x-axis the y coordinate is 0. All the points on the x-axis, they have the coordinates of the form x and 0. To be more precise, on the positive direction of the x-axis, it's x comma 0, and towards the negative direction of x-axis, it is minus x comma 0. Similarly, the coordinates of a point on y-axis, they are of the form 0 comma y, and to be more precise, towards the positive y-axis, it is 0 comma y, and towards negative, it is 0 comma minus y. Then we discussed two axes, x-axis and y-axis, they divide the plane in 4 parts, and each part is called a quadrant, and they are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4 in the anti-clockwise direction. In quadrant 1, we discussed all the points. X will be also positive and y is also positive. In second quadrant is upper left. So x is negative and y is positive. Third quadrant is our lower left. So both are negative. X and y both negative. Fourth quadrant is towards the lower right hand side. So lower right hand side x positive and the lower is y negative. So in the fourth quadrant we have x positive and y negative. With this, the introduction part, I finish it off, and then we'll start with the exercises in another video. Thank you, children.